Financial maths. So this is obviously a financial maths past paper for grade 11 from the year 2022. I think it was in November 2022. It says calculate the effective interest rate if the nominal interest rate is 13.5% compounded monthly. Now, there is a formula that connects the so-called effective interest rate with the so-called nominal interest rate. Is a formula you learned you learned it this year actually. It goes, I don't know if you guys have seen this before. 1 plus I effective equals 1 plus I norm over m to the power m. Do you guys know this formula? Where this means effect, yes. If you don't know it, now you know it. Effective, this means effective interest rate. And then this one means nominal interest rate. Okay, so this is your nominal interest rate. This is your compounded monthly, compounded quarterly, compounded semi-annually, and so on. And this one is that per annum one. So now, in this question, they give you the nominal interest rate to be 13%. And they also give you the M, monthly. So monthly basically means if you were sort of invest money into this investment environment, your money would gain interest at the end of every month. It will grow at the end of every month. If it said quarterly, it means that your money would grow at the end of every quarter or every 3 months. So now, how you substitute into this relationship or equation, you just go 1 plus IE, which is what you're looking for, 1 plus 13% there. That's I know 13%, 13.5%. Sorry, over, and then this your M monthly. That's 12 because we've got 12 months in a year. If it was quarterly, then we know that we have 4 quarters in there. Then we put 4 here. Same thing there. We put our 12 there. Are we together? Yes. Proper stuff. Now, you guys remember that the same way this in English means Mister, right? In maths, this means over 100. So 13.5% just means 13.5 over 100, right? Because yes, because percent means 100 divided by 100. So this, when you punch it, gives you 0.135. So you're going to replace that 13.5% with the 0.135. Okay, remember that you're looking for I effective. So you want to have I effective alone on one side and everything else on the other side. So this means that you would take the one and like sort of put it on the other side, and then when that happens, it changes signs. So on the left, you remain with I effective 1 plus 0.135 over 12 to the power 12, and then minus 1 at the end. Please calculate this and tell me what the answer is. Correct to 2 decimal places. Let's go. Let's go. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Punch, 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 and tell me the answer. Come on. You guys are very, very slow. You are super slow. What is the answer there? Uh, -1, you say. This should give you an answer of, I don't know if you punched wrong. This should give you an answer of 0.14, correct with 4 decimal places, 3, 7. Do you get that? Yes. Yes. So whoever got a different answer, just check where you might have made a mistake. Again. So now, if you like, you can just multiply this by 100 to make it a percentage. This will give you 14.37%. So the nominal rate is 13.5%, while the effective interest rate is 14.37. So you've got to know this relationship. I don't think you have it in your formula sheet. You've got to know this thing by heart. Ne? You're able to memorize lyrics for albums. So if you can do that, you can also memorize this small thing over here. Right. So we move to the next question. 5.2 says, using simple interest, how long would it take to the nearest month? How long would it take for 6,800 to grow to 7,500 at an interest rate of 7.5% per annum? So just try to collect the data. Your I is 7.5% per annum, okay? And then they tell you that you sort of invest money, an initial amount of money, which happens to be 6,800, which will be your P. And then they say the money grows to 7,500. This will then be your A. So they ask you to use the simple interest formula. So the simple interest formula is A equals P 1 plus I times N, like this, where yeah, A is the amount accrued, the final amount you get at the end of investment. Okay, where your P is the initial amount of investment that you put into the bank account or whatever investment vehicle it is, and then your I is obviously interest, and then the N just represents the number of years. So here they're looking for like the time, how long it took. So they're looking for N. So obviously after getting the N in years, you're going to convert it to months. But let's just focus on getting the N in terms of years, right? So let's go ahead and substitute. Our our A is this 7,500, while our P is the 6,800. 1 plus, what is our I? What is our I? Come on. 0.075. So our I is 7.5%. Thank you for that. Since you know that percentage means over 100, like we said in English, this thing MR means Mr. In maths, this thing percentage means over 100. So we're gonna go 7.5 is the same as 7.5 over 100, which is 0.075. Thank you, my sister, for that. So it's 0.075, okay, times n. So you're looking for n, just gonna put the n there and close your bracket. Okay, so now you're gonna go ahead and solve for n. You wanna make n the subject of the formula. You wanna have it alone on one side. So from here, let's rewrite this step: 7,500. Leave that space there to show that this is 7,500. Okay, so you wanna remain with n. The first thing to get rid of here is the 6,800. The only way to get rid of that amount is if you divide, or when you divide by 6,800, so that these two cancel. What you do on one side, you must do on the other. So you're also going to divide the left hand side by 6,800. Are we together? This gives us 75 over 68. Leave it like this. Don't make it a decimal, because if it's decimal, it's going to be a long number. So yeah. So then here we left this, on the other side we left with 1 plus 0.075n. The brackets don't really matter because there's nothing else remaining there. So far so good? Yes, no? So far so good. Right, so yeah, we're trying to get rid of everything so we may remain with n. The next thing to get rid of is the 1. You take it to the other side. You change its sign, it becomes a negative. And then you put this into a calculator. This will give you 7 over 66. 68, sorry. 7 over 68 equals 0.075 n. Now remember that you are looking for n, so you want to get rid of the 0.075. You divide there by 0.075, cancel, cancel. What you do on the left, you also do on the right. You're also going to divide that by 0.075. Therefore, this will give us an answer of n equals 1.3725. Please punch this into a calculator and please confirm if we get the same answer, just so we know that we know if our answer is correct there. The clock is ticking. Tick tock, tick tock. Can you guys tell me what the answer is? You can punch this thing in your calculator like 7/68 and put divide by 0.075. You still get the correct answer there. Waiting. Junior, what do you get? Amu, what do you get? Mholi, you get the same answer, yeah? So you got an answer of 1.3725. So this is in years. So remember, our question asks us to put it in terms of months. So if you have 1 year and you want to move to months, you multiply it by 12, it's going to be 12 months. So you have 1.3725 years, you want to convert that to months, you just multiply it by 12 as well. Multiply that by 12, you get 16.47. So that means this person invested 6,800 at an interest of 7.5% for 16.47 months. If you want to convert to the nearest month, it's going to be 17 months. Just take this as a month as well. Easy peasy, né?